and load up into the game here because I'm so excited. It's another Fanny game. It's always a fun time. And again, it is against a very beefy lineup for Team Max.
Trying to see if Team Max... There's so much pressure onto Cypher to actually just make the most out of his stun. Because he's the only one that can really lock down this Fanny and try to delay his combination.
And to some degree, the real world as well, right? To a you can do it, but again, it is very difficult. Same with the bravest fighter, Landshaker combo. Again, you have to be so good to stop a Fanny mid-air, but yeah, if you can, good for you. But right now, speaking of the Fanny, it is doing its very best to do some harass. And that's exactly what he has to do here. That's the advantage that you get, right? He's already level 3. So quick on taking down this jungle. And Cypher is just doing his very best to protect Sakuzu at this point.
This isn't... How this game is going now at the beginning isn't a good sign for Team Max, but... You see there a preview. Law and Order buys a lot of time if you can land the stun on the Fanny. But with how easily Aurora are getting into the jungle of Team Max, disrupting the rotation of Sakuzu, we could be up for a very painful game for Team Max.
Could be really painful, honestly, depending on how far or how good Aurora can actually just push in to this jungle. Slow down the like for Aurora, they suddenly realize that, you know what? Early game to mid game, Team Max is really strong. I don't think we should fight them head on.
No. It's very Eve dependent for the line, though. We will reach the inevitable point of Team Max minus the Eve will not have enough damage to take down Lunar as the ally. So Boom, we just saw him actually use the item to try and get late. Even Rosa used the ultimate.
Man, look at that. Trying to go into it, but again, with a revitalized, a very beefy lineup, Team Max. They're going to be able to get that turtle scot-free, bro. How are they going to deal with this? What's the plan here?
Well, they're going to need time, I guess. Open up the map through macro split pushes. Team Max were able to take that turtle during a time where there was no buff to be invaded in the orange, so even Tianzi couldn't get a win through there. They will just have to slowly play this out, play the dance, play the map, to see where the opening will show itself, in this scenario, that's how it's, you're gonna be able to find it. Wait for it.
Yeah, literally just wait for it, right? So, right now, oh my goodness. That is some really crazy stuff here. I am just, my eyes are just on Tianzi. Like, if you're not making an impact as a Fanny at this point, at 3 minutes in the game, like, what are we doing here, right? I don't know.
The longer the game goes on, it'll actually lean towards Aurora because they probably, if the Alice little by little, you're gonna start seeing Aurora opening up the map a little bit more. The lead is going to start slowly going their way through the resources. As long as they don't fully overcommit into getting wiped out, then you'll see the incremental growth lean towards Aurora. But if they play Team Max's game and keep fighting under the real world manipulation, willing to take damage, then it's not going to go well for them.
That is true. And look at the items here. Spell Vamp, I think all Team Max is waiting is just really those Spell Vamp items. Cypher, you get caught out here. Nice kick coming in from Pangu this time around. And there you go. First blood, finally, after 4.5 minutes in this game.
Cypher,
that is the expected pickoff. Should be alarm bells ringing already for Team Max, because after that, they won't be able to get a win elsewhere in the map. They won't be able to get significant progress or go through a turret. Sakuzu will not be able to try and steal the turtle away. And little by little, it's going Aurora's way.
That's the out-tempo that you're looking for if you're Aurora. Again, they're just going to be happy to go even for like maybe 5 minutes. But if you can get like an advantage, you know what, why not? And again, as I was saying earlier, I think for the most part, T-Max is just waiting for
Hai
your
man
trip items. There's a
Mình cái
great
phơ
backup, but there is going to be some
Sasu
tools to get out of
Này
the way.
làng
Fan
chiếm
execution
Đợi ta
already
không
used up alongside
Happy
the forward
birthday
row.
Thiên
That's
Si
good punish
Này
into
cơ cho mà happy
TNZ.
birthday mình
I couldn't see clearly if he was actually stunned real quick.
Trẻ lại từ si sụp chân mến
Nè,
si small nó ha mong pin đỏ ấy what the fuck
Which is why he just
Ở
eventually
đây
got
chân tư
punished
men này
for
nó
the
bắt chân tư
entry.
mình clean rồi
Could have gone better for Aurora,
Sai cái tư hết này
but
kìa
that is as good as it will get for Team Max in that scenario after it was initiated by Pagu and Rosa.
Yeah, 100%. For Team Max, like, you're lucky to have gotten that kill, because Pagu,
Trời đau tụi mình
that was actually really good. That
Pagu ở
mini
toàn rồi
stun, I don't know where the stun came from, honestly, but I'm assuming Cypher
Yeah.
was huge, right? It was so good. Well timed. It was able to buy enough time
Hello
for
nè
Sakazu to survive. And right now, King Ares, I don't know if he has
Có chỗ của món mai cái phơ kìa Ui
the lifesteal.
Mà
moment
mày
to
ra
dispel
trôi
that,
ra
but he seems very confident on that Lapu Lapu already. And now that mid trio can have to go and focus on Lei here.
Cái lụa bong
Bot lane might
Cái
become
này cái
battleground very,
private
very
bên lụa đã
soon.
rồi Tên ở tên mà
I think
ô
that's
lại tao
happening
bạn
right here. Lei
Mẹ chưa
gonna go down. The darkening is too much for him to handle.
Aligned very well by Aurora. They
Yeah,
have
I mean,
their eyes
power
set on
đây
that
là
tower bot. Here comes TNZ. He doesn't want to stop. He goes after Bimo.
Again, that's another kick going over. Sakazu again still has some
Slow,
survivability
nice.
on that Lancelot, but so
Ngọt
far I'm
bạt,
just not
Siki bum.
finding the fight. There you go, Bimo finally
Siki
laying
bum.
it down again. And with the real world, you
Xạ
know
số
what? They're
trăm
able
trong
to
vay
fight
với
back.
vay ngọt đời
See, again, that's the trend. They need the real world manipulation. They need the Starfield of the Eve. But
Happy
here comes
birthday
Lei
to
with the
me,
falling
my
star
man.
moon. Rosa
Oh,
with
happy
the target
birthday,
is
happy
peppering
birthday.
away onto Lei. Rosa has help though with Lunar. And King Ares isn't going to be able to take
đây, lên
Rosa
man,
down.
đây.
TNZ gets the turtle. And as expected, it is starting to go Aurora's way. But Team Max still fighting to make sure that it doesn't get out of hand.
That's right.
Tụi mày kia vô
Team
cục
Max
sắp
right
ơi
now
Tạt
feels
thôi
like they just don't
Đặt
have
bay khe
the
mà.
tools to deal with the damage yet.
Tạt hay dân bạn lên rồi
Or, you know, if you're gonna fight back, like if you're gonna go for on the 3v3, they don't have what it takes to actually burst out an Alice that's going out their way, a Fanny just flying all over the map. And again, a Ruby as well. Like the choke can just walk out, so there's really no target
Mà
for
mình
them
mới
to
hát và
actually
sâu
kill that easily.
So
Dạ, mình hiện
at
mình
this
stand chạp
point,
kì
Team
Mình là
Max
mà
still
stand
very
Cypher mũi
much within shooting
Đừng
range
do
of
SM mà lên rồi
turning the game around, but the turnaround again, their main condition relies solely around one hero.
Go lên vì ơ
Actually,
nè ơi
add two. Let's make it Cypher
bà
as well,
hỏi ấm
because it's
vô mà
also
lấy
up
nhá.
to Cypher to
Lên
stun
Ruby.
TNZ, which so far
Cái
he's
fan
been
need
getting, but even more so,
Phải thơ cái
it's
bèn
like,
chào lo hay
okay,
năng
that's
CC.
small win amongst so many other wins we need to get
Cái pick
just for us to keep this game
need
in
to-
our favor or turn the game towards our
Ruby
favor
dương kìa.
fully. All the while, it's so much easier for Aurora to play the game with the lineup they decided to field.
Right, happy birthday cả âm xịt
Yeah, and they're playing it so well
Happy
right now, especially
birthday
with Kenzie, right?
TNZ
Like
Này
Kenzie's
cơ
just
đang ấy
going
dạ
around.
sạch
He's just taking these towers and no one can catch him. Which I think was the biggest mistake, right? The biggest mistake here of Team Max. They don't have anything to deal with the Fanny. Straight up.
They could have used a little bit more damage. Look at that entry!
Oh! Beautiful entry with the Throne of Ruin, and that's what we're talking about. You know what? Group up all you want.
Ngọt Bimo
Aurora
đặt con
says,
sao rồi
bring it on. And
Ấy
they're
là cá
fighting,
ton,
they're
Bimo
trying
đặt
to
con
fight
sao cá
back,
ton
trying to get some of that damage in, even with the bravest fighter. Team Max just forced to run the whack
Cái
into
off
their
bay
base.
spell It's okay
We're doubting
ọt
what
khát
we
đây
were saying
ọt
about
khát
the
đây nó thì ọt
Atlas
khát đây
and the Eve-centered lineup. Well, there's the proof for you.
សង្ឃឹមអ្នកនាងសុខសុវត្ថិ
Eve
ភាព
goes
ទាំងអស់
down
គ្នាណា
quickly. Literally nothing can stop Lunar right now. That was a perfect entry. He tossed out
Bimo
the Crimson
Katon, Bimo
Gleam.
Katon.
Already
Hey!
got Doom Walls charged up. Then
Ari,
Crimson Gleam
need you
in,
here.
still committed the flicker.
Mui
and
các
it
bạn
was
ạ,
a
đây.
massive
Kẹt bên này nó
throne
phát
of
lọt rồi,
ruin
flick.
that even caught Bimo the key.
Yeah,
ចា
nice
skin អាលីង
catch
ថ្លង់
there.
មែនណាបោះសូថ្មាតrồi
100%. Feels like there's just
skin-
no way
skin
for them
hay
to
lo à,
fight
bên
at
bao
this
skill
point,
với được
especially
tụt
with
bọc
such a
cản phá
tricky
nhá.
lineup here for Aurora Gaming. Here comes Pagu. Again, your teammates are a bit far off. Throne of Ruin used up to slow
Bimo
them
anh cái trâu
down.
skill cái
And
tía
there
đó,
it goes.
Bimo.
That's a double kill for Tianzi. He's just non-stop at this point. You're just nowhere. There's just no way for you to slow him down.
Bimo
Triple
position
on
ăn
the
ổn này
Fanny gives him so much gold.
Có thời để
so
cho cái
much
này nữa
more
không? Có thể cho cái này nữa.
lethality. at this point.
Well, it looks like things are just going exactly
មី
the
ម៉ូ
way
គាត់
that
ទៅ
we
ឈរក
thought
ន្លែង
it
ហ្នឹងគេ
would
ចាប់បាន
be. Great entries by Lunar. Great connection with Pagu. It looked like the members of Aurora were far away, but the
មីម៉ូគាត់អាច
Alice
ឈរ
was
ពីចង្ងាយ
there,
បាន
and
គាត់
the
ទៅឈរ
throne
ក្
of
បែរហ្នឹង
Ruin
ឯ
was
ណា
perfect
ទាំងដឹង
yet
ថាគេអាចនឹងលោត
again.
ចូលមក
Team Max now.
ព្រោះតែគេ
well,
ចាប់
they just
អាលី
gotta
លោតមកហើយ
accept
Tại
that
có
this
thể
is
cho
the
nó lại
bed
nào
that
thì
they
chậm mà.
decided to lie on, man.
Vì đó là
They
bị
don't
mổ.
have the right
មានថាធ្វើតែ hero
damage
ចូលទៅ
profile
ងាប់យក
for
មក
the
ហើយអស់
Alice.
spell ទៀត
Though
ហាបចុយ
you could understand why they picked up the Esmeralda. It's not like picking up the Moskov would have been the worst thing in the world, and you needed that extra bit of damage even more so. I think they just focused a little bit too hard on just playing around their Lancelot that they ended up giving just a perfect matchup for an Alice-centered lineup. Tianzi now is 5-1-0, and Aurora will be
Kiang thằng
forcing
Lý
game
Khang pick
number
máu
3.
bạn lên
If
mà
Aurora loses this, they messed up badly somewhere.
That's true. That's it's almost impossible to lose at this point, right? It's only 7k, but it's a lineup of it's a 7k advantage in the lineup that shouldn't actually need that much gold, right? Like you don't even need to be so far ahead, and you can just start to
មី
slowly
ម៉ូផុកកន្លែង
surgically
ដល់ហើយម៉ែ Queen Wing 2
remove members of
មី
Team
ម៉ូ
Max.
នៅ
and
តែ
they're
ឈរ
gonna be
ផុក
happy
ចឹងគេ
to
លោត
take-
មកងាប់ទៀត
If
ណា
you fight,
Man.
they're happy.
Bang!
And there you go. Throne of Ruin activated. Tianzi
និយាយតន់
going
ផុតបាន
in,
មួយ second នោះ
and he is just so lethal right now. That blade is so sharp that he doesn't even need to do it
មិនដូចខ្ញុំនិយាយអត់
time and time again. They're playing around that tower. No one can
Ngắn
catch
quá.
anyone. And it's just like people are just getting slapped left, right, and center here. Tower will fall. Aurora
ខុសបាយវិញ
standing
បណ្ដោយ
inside the base
អូយ
of Team Max.
តបល់យកស្អីគេ
And
មិញ
there's just no one's dying, bro.
Yep. I mean, this is what we expected. There's no way that you can do to stop this. Even Lake can enter here. They'll only
Bị
tickle
mô control
Lunar.
emotion
He
ខ្លួនឯង
goes
តិច
in again.
Mà nó đang trắng
Another
cho
round
rồi.
of Ruin just to prove the point that this
Nó đâu
Alice
xả mùi
will
khá
be
đấy.
unstoppable against the lineup that Team Max
Lại này phân lợi
decided
bị
to
mô.
field in this game number 2.
ឡាយគាត់ធ្វើបានល្អហើយឡាយ
Not the
គាត់ធ្វើ
kind
អ្វី
of
ដែលគាត់ត្រូវ
person to
ធ្វើ
say, "I
មីម៉ូ
told
សំ
you
ខាន់
so,"
មីម៉ូ
but-
សំខាន់មែនទេ
Damn, bro. It's just you should have known this coming in, right? This is something
Bị mò
you
flick
can
trên
kind
bàn
of
ơi,
just
anh ơi.
visualize in your head. This is exactly how the game is panning
ចុះ
out.
ឲ្យមិនមីម៉ូអស់ flick អត់ទេ
doing whatever he
Ngọc Ban
wants
mà.
on the map. Siggy Boom and
Bị mô ta lấy đằng chất cái đáy.
saying,
ទៅហើយ
"Oh,
សិន
there's
ដឹង
5
fail រហូត
of
មក
you. Thank you for grouping up and making my job a lot easier."
What hurts even more is that right before that initiation with the Crimson Gleam and Throne of Ruin, the Ruby and the Alice, Sigibom and Lunar
Nó
got
ăn
the
miên phòng.
Queen's Wings at both
Còn
at
đang
the
okay
exact
đã.
same time.
Yeah,
Nice
absolutely.
What a dodge
That's like
Nice one
icing. Right? That's just icing
អឺ
on top.
គាត់ត្រូវការ item
Yep.
The
Guardian
speed-
Helmet ត្រូវការ Guardian Helmet ត្រូវមានអ្នក
this is
ពាក់
just
Guardian
gonna
Helmet មួយវាមាន
go
passive
on a
របស់
little
Twilight
bit
Armor នៅក្នុងហ្នឹង
longer.
ស្រួលលេង
The
មកគេ noob.
inevitable result being Aurora
ត្រូវ
will be
ការ
able to
item
force
ហ្នឹងមួយ
this
ដើម្បី
into
នេះ
game number
Cypher
3.
ឬក៏ Live ត្រូវការហ្នឹង
Unless
ដើម្បីលេង
again T-Max find a miraculous pickup, but even if they
Cypher
take out let's
Live
say
King រីត្រូវ
Rosa,
ការ King រីពាក់ damage King រី
there's
ត្រូវ
still so
សូន
many other
Rosa
people
ចេញ
you gotta deal with. You still also have to deal with Siggy Bum, who will also thrive similar to the Alice, to the formation that
អូ
T-Max
តែ
plays
នេះ
around,
ចេញគេវាយ
all
អូគេ
closely
យក
knit
ផផលរបស់យើងសិន
together. So
គេលួចផផលយើង
let's see if T-Max can make a comeback, but again, it's like 99%
cái
sure
port
that this is
máy.
gonna go Aurora's way. Bang!
Ooh, there you go. There's a big dive
Same
in
shit
and the
happen.
pile up.
Alright,
Oh,
game bye.
you guys are piling up. Thank you so much. Sakazu all alone on the map
Same
now with a
shit
very open
happen
base.
អ្នកនា
Like, what are
អើ
we
យ
expecting? Maybe try to slow down that minion wave in the mid, but there's one on the bottom, and just like that,
អីទេធម្ម
Aurora
តាយើងប្រើ
Gaming
ត្រាស់ដដែល
is gonna go ahead and work on that base there. Well, their two
Alright, game
members
bye.
are chasing Sakazu on top side and cleans up. We're going to a game number 3.
No surprises
ចុះបើ
with the
ឈូបាក់
result
map រហូតយើង
there.
មានអីបាក់ map
Again,
លេង
even though
យើងយក
we
Esme យើង
did
stuck
sort of
បាត់ហើយ
get-
នឹង
we
Esme ត្រូវ
get
អត់ចេញ
to understand a little bit as to why they went for that Esmeralda
បើ
in
ចង់លេង
the
ត្រាស់
end.
ចឹ
I
ង
really
ត
wish they
យក
just locked
ត្រាស់
in
ហ្នឹងយកត aggressive
Moskov,
early ទឹក
instead
លុកគេ
of
early ហ្មង
it gives
ត្រាស់
you
ហ្នឹង
a
បាក់លេង
little
ហ៎
bit more crowd control and space
ត្រាស់ចាញ់
creation
ចាញ់ last
for
pick
your
គេ
backline.